What's up everybody, my name is Brendan and this is BigBearB Creative. Welcome back everybody to another landscape photography video. I know it's been like 2 weeks because I didn't do a video last week. Well, last week was really busy, plus my birthday was over the weekend, so I just took that week off to just kind of relax, chill, and kind of recuperate, I guess you could say. But it doesn't matter. We're back. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening outside right now, and that is fall, autumn, depending whatever it is you want to call it. But the leaves are turning color, which is great for landscape photographers. But there's a couple things you need to keep in mind with that change and how it is that you should maybe change the way you shoot or the way you think about shooting. So we're going to go over 5 tips for fall landscape photography. So the first tip that I have for you is actually to think about what's happening with the weather differently than how you typically would. Instead of having the nice perfect clouds, they're high up, maybe a little bit in the mid ground, but for the most part they're really high up clouds. You got some nice blue skies behind those, or a nice sunset or something. Actually look for an overcast or bad weather, because when you're shooting fall landscape photography, a lot of the time it has to do with the trees, because obviously that's what's changing. So you're going to be in the forest or wherever it is that you're finding some trees in your area or wherever it is you're at, but most likely you're going to be in some forest, and that means that you don't need that bright blue sunlight coming from the sky, obviously, because that's actually going to have a negative effect on your images, because leaves are actually pretty reflective. So when you have a lot of sunlight hitting the leaves, they're going to really shine, and you're going to lose a lot of that fall color that you're actually wanting to capture. So if you go out and actually shoot in an overcast, or even if it's raining a little bit, that's really going to help you actually capture a lot of those fall colors a little bit better. They're not going to be as shy, as briny, and that you might actually get some really cool atmospheric photos that you wouldn't get on a normal, clear, quote-unquote beautiful day. So going out where it's more of an overcast is going to be a really nice addition for your fall landscape photography. And then the second tip for fall landscape photography is to actually play with your white balance. Now, most of the time you're going to be shooting in RAW, and if you're not shooting in RAW, shame on you. Shoot in RAW. It's going to be a lot of easier things for when you go over to your computer after and you start editing them. So if you want a more appropriate fall landscape photo, you're typically going to want to shoot in something that's going to give you a warmer white balance, which means probably going to be cloud or shade. For instance, a lot of these videos that you've seen me post here, they're actually shot in cloudy, which just gives it a nice warmer touch. I have the window open next to me a little bit more today just because it's really nice outside, so it's a little bit brighter in here. Let me know down in the comment section below if you guys like this brighter kind of look, or if you like the other ones that are a little bit darker in the background, a little bit more orangey. Let me know. If you haven't watched any other videos, you should also go watch a bunch of other videos. I have a bunch of landscape photography videos for you guys. But yeah, so the second tip is to play with your white balance. Kind of go for more of a look. Now, like I said earlier, for shooting RAW, you can change it a lot when you're back on your computer and you're editing. But it's just a nice way when you're in the field to kind of get a better, closer representation of what your photo actually is going to look like. So that's tip 2. And then tip 3 is actually kind of different than you might think, because obviously with fall landscape, you want to capture all the fall colors. But the third tip I have for you is to not shoot the fall colors, the fall trees as your main subject. Use it as a supportive backdrop for whatever your subject is. So if you're out hiking and you come across a beautiful waterfall, don't take photos of the trees, take photos of the waterfall with the beautiful fall colors surrounding it, giving it a nice supportive structure. Now, that's not to say that you can't just shoot the actual leaves or anything like that. That'll lead us to the next tip, and that's going to actually be to shoot textures or patterns. And again, very contrary to that third tip, but it's a nice different way of shooting instead of shooting the wide landscape of fall. Go in and shoot the more intimate photos of fall. Go and zoom in on some leaves, shoot with a very small aperture, or wide aperture, kind of depends on how you prefer to call it. Small number, larger opening. Yeah, that sounds weird. But yeah, so get more of the bokeh in the background. But you go in with that, try to get more intimate landscape photos where you're shooting the textures of the leaves or a leaf on a rock or something like that. Just create a more intimate landscape photography. And then the last tip I'm gonna have for you guys is Very important one. It also helps with the first tip where I said shoot in overcast. You're not out where there is overcast and you are getting that reflection from the leaves. Shoot with a polarizer, a little circular polarizer you screw on the end of your lenses. Shoot with one of those because that's going to help cut out some of that reflection that's happening in the leaves. It's going to bring back a lot more color, a lot more rich color, deeper color, true fall colors that it is that we all want. So shooting with one of those is really going to help capture that if you're not in the perfect scenario. Plus it also might help if you're shooting with a river or again the waterfall and you want to cut out reflections to see through the water. It's a great reason to also use polarizer there. So those are 5 great tips for fall landscape photography. You're going to shoot in bad weather, which again kind of weird. You're going to play with your white balance. You're going to not just shoot fall, you're going to let fall be the surrounding supportive structure for your actual subjects, like the waterfall that we mentioned earlier. Or you might just forget all of that completely with tip 4 and shoot the intimate details, textures, patterns of fall. And then the last one is you're going to want to shoot with a polarizer. So if you guys have any questions about landscape photography, fall landscape photography, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. You guys could also reach out to me on my social medias. I'll display them here and they're always going to be linked again down in that description box below, along with a couple other links you guys should check out. One being where you could buy this t-shirt and a bunch of other ones, or it's not just t-shirts, I'm talking about fall. There's long sleeves, there's hoodies, but it's going to be BigBearBCreative.com/eco apparel, where I have a bunch of different designs, all nature-based, that are printed on eco-conscious materials. Like, I think like this one in particular is like 60% organic cotton, 40% recycled polyester, I believe. You can find out all that information again on BigBearBCreative.com/eco apparel. So all that information is at the very bottom. You can see all the designs, and then you'll be sent over to Teespring where it actually is that I sell them. And then the second link you guys should check out is BigBearBCreative.com/prints, where you can buy all of my different photo prints that I have available, all landscape photo prints. You guys can check those out. And like I said, let me know what you guys think about these tips that I have for you for fall landscape photography. We'll be doing a second part next week that has to do with photo editing for fall landscape photography. And I don't know if you've heard it while I've been doing this, a little tic-tacking or chinging in the background. I have my dogs in here with me. I thought I might as well show you guys the dogs again. It's been a little while. As I say that, one of them starts moving around. You probably heard that, but we're gonna do a quick little say hi to the doggos and then we'll wrap this video up for you guys. All right, so those are the dogs. The darker one, her name is Bellatrix. She's a little over 1. She had her first birthday about a month ago. And then the other one, the tan one, that is Awen. She is turning 3 in like a month, maybe 2. She's a little bit older, but yeah, they're German Shepherd and then a German Shepherd Husky. So you guys will see them a lot more, especially with it now being fall. Hopefully we'll be going out a lot more landscape photography adventures. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys have a great day. Be safe during this time and go be creative.